What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we need to look at a bunch of new One Piece news. We've got the news secret rare, is that the word? Don from OP-06. We've got the remaining alternate art leaders from OP-06. And we've got Tashigi. And I want to start there because it's my video, and frankly I can start wherever I like because I'm the one making the video. And I'll tell you what, I love Tashigi. Tashigi and Smoker, as far as I'm concerned, are two of the coolest characters in One Piece. I've made it known that Perona is another character I am a big fan of, and yes, she's getting an alternate art in this set as well. So actually, for me, this set's working out quite nicely indeed, frankly. So all we need is a Smoker now, and we are going to be good. I don't think we're getting one, unfortunately, but I would like a Smoker alternate art. A Smoker alternate art would make me happy. But then again, we did get the leader right back in, I think it was OP-02. And of course, we got the, well, it started off as a promo, but it's basically a full art, and it's beautiful, and I love it. So as a Smoker fan, I can't be too upset. Smoker's gotten a little bit of love in the game so far. I think we're probably going to be okay. But anyway, what have we got here? Well, the Tashigi's actually a pretty gosh darn cool card. It's not a big showy card, but it's a pretty good card. It's just one cost 2,000 power, counter plus 1,000. On play, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, reveal a Navy card other than Tashigi, and put it in your hand. Put the rest to the bottom of your deck in any order. It's Nami. I mean, we've seen these kind of cards a lot, literally since OP-01 Nami. This is the kind of card with which we are very familiar. It's a searcher, and worth pointing out that Nami in OP-01 did have an alternate art as well. And I think this is, and there's a few different ways, these searches are sometimes a little bit different, but I think actually this is like exactly the same. Top 5 cards of your deck, X-type, obviously Nami's Straw Hat and this is Navy, and Nami is other than Nami and Tashigi's other than Tashigi, but other than that, they're the same card. And I really like it. If you're playing a blue Navy deck, this is clearly phenomenal. Also, remember how I've told you like a bunch of times lately that Sakazuki is the best deck in the format right now. And the more results we're getting through from Asian territories at the moment, the more it really looks like Sakazuki is the best deck in the format. Yeah, Sakazuki is a dual color, blue and black Navy type leader that plays a bunch of Navy cards because it's a Navy leader. I mean, come on. Tell me Tashigi's not going to fit nicely. And I'm not telling you that you have to play Tashigi and Sakazuki. It's clearly doing well without it. You might want to play a few less Navy cards, whatever. What I'm saying is there are going to be some builds of this where Tashigi is going to fit very nicely indeed. And obviously we've got the alternate art here as well. And the alternate art is, it's all right. I'll be honest with you, it's not one of my favourite alternate arts. I do kind of pride myself on being honest with you guys. I like the alternate art, and I think the fact that Tashigi's gotten an alternate art is brilliant. But it's not my favourite. Like the Perona alternate art, I look at it and I'm like, love Perona, love this artwork, this is beautiful. Tashigi, I actually love the regular art of Tashigi, I think it's brilliant. I think the card itself is, I mean, it's a searcher. We've seen since OP-01 these kind of cards are great. So it's proven to be great already. And I don't dislike the alternate art, let's be clear. I just look at Perona and I'm like, that is an amazing alternate art, I need that in my life. I look at Tashigi and I'm like, I am glad Tashigi's got an alternate art. Along with Tashigi, we were also shown another character's alternate art, specifically Aramaki. And actually, I told you this before, the biggest blocker we've ever seen. 8,000 power, blue incidentally, that's why it was revealed alongside Tashigi. You got a navy blue blocker, 8,000 power, and activate main once per turn. You can discard one card from your hand, and return a cost 2 or lower character to the bottom of its owner's deck, to give this character plus 3,000 power for the turn. And there is a very, very obvious combo here with Tashigi, because of course, your player, and she's a searcher, and then after that, you've basically got to whack a bunch of Don to power her up, or focus on taking out little characters, and it's kind of a little bit annoying, whereas this is a perfect one to bump back with Aramaki. So they've been revealed, they're kind of cool. What else is kind of cool is the Don, the lovely folks over on the official YouTube channel, went and opened a booster box, and they got themselves an alternate art, a secret rare, call it what you will, Don, which they should have done their one per box both in Japan and over here. And it shouldn't really surprise anyone that the Don in this set features Zoro and Sanji. Bearing in mind they're on the front of the booster pack, this comes out just after and matches along with Starter Deck 12, which is of course the Zoro and Sanji starter deck. So yeah, it was always going to be Zoro and Sanji as the alternate art Don. That doesn't make it any less cool. And obviously it's them in Wano doing their Wano thing, and it's rather lovely. I like this very much indeed. It's one of my favourite of the alt art Dons. It's one of the better ones as far as I'm concerned. I don't have a huge amount of analysis to give you for this alternate art Don. It's an alternate art Don. But you know what? It's Zoro and Sanji. It's what we were expecting. It's extremely cool. And I, for one, am absolutely delighted. Good. So moving on then, we've got the rest of the alternate art leaders, including Hody Jones, who was the one that was pulled from the booster box I was just referencing. And I like Hody Jones. Not really as a character, but I think the leader's really interesting. And this one was kind of cool when it was revealed, because it was one of those where it clearly was just lacking a bunch of information. Because when it was revealed, we had a look at what it did, and it seemed like a very, very good leader. It's got activate main, rest this leader, rest one of your opponent's cost-free or lower characters or one of their Don, and then during this turn you cannot add life cards to your hand for your own effects. Which was super weird because at the time that didn't exist. There were no green cards that added your life to your hand. That didn't exist. That wasn't a thing. And then, of course, we've since had a bunch of Fishman Pirates been revealed that, of course, do exactly that. Like, for instance, there is a secret rare character, Hody Jones, in the set, who's got Rush. And on play, you rest up to a total of 2 of your opponent's characters and or Don. And then you put the top card of your life into your hand. But, of course, if you choose to activate your leader's skill before doing that, then you just rest their Don or characters. You don't add your life to your hand. Or if you want to add your life to your hand because you want that card advantage, then you can absolutely do that as well. That's fine. You just activate the leader skill afterwards. Makes perfect sense. Sounds good to me. And now, for a while, these were manga heads. I call them manga heads because they were manga heads. Like the smoker I showed you earlier, there's no artist credit on here. It is just a picture of Smoker from the manga put onto a card. That's what they did. That's how they did these cards. Well, they're not doing that anymore. They're a similar kind of style, but now they're going for different artists. If we take the Perona, for instance, and this is going to be one of my chase cards from the set, yeah, Perona gets both an alternate art character and an alternate art leader, and the character is a super rare to begin with. If you're a fan of Perona, which I am, this is a really good set for you. But you'll notice they are very different in terms of art style. That's where they're going. I know some people want the manga heads to stay. I kind of like this. One of the things that the One Piece card game is doing, and it's the same thing that Pokemon's doing, and I adore this in card games as a massive card game nerd, and I think I can lay claim to being one of the biggest card game nerds around, and I think I've proven it again and again. As a massive card game nerd, I love it when a card game finds a bunch of super talented, very different artists and just goes, go nuts. That is what One Piece have been doing lately, and I think it's phenomenal. The art style on some of these cards are wildly different, and I think that's absolutely amazing. I mean, if we take a couple of just completely opposite cards, take a look at, for instance, the alternate art Big Mum from OP-03, very different kind of card, than, say, Kung Fu Dugong from OP-04, which is So-So, who is actually an artist who's doing great work in the Pokemon TCG and has been for years. Like, those cards are from the same card game. I adore that One Piece are doing this, and I really hope this continues, well, forever. Now, we do have other images of the other 2 full art leaders as well, or alternate art leaders. They have gone and been shown off. And we can start off having a little bit of a look at, let's go for Yamato. Some people love this Yamato. I think it's alright. It's not my favourite, but it's pretty cool. Although, card-wise, oh yes, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Because first of all, you've got double attack, which is great. And then also, if your opponent's got 3 or lower life, you can just attach 2 of your rested Don to one of your characters, which is clearly brilliant. So, yeah, huge fan of this. I think it's the best leader in the set, personally. We'll have to wait and see how that actually shakes out. But I'm just calling it now that I think this is the best leader in the set. From a pure playability standpoint, I think it's a little bit busted. And then we've also got the Gecko Moria. And again, look at the Yamato and the Gecko Moria side by side. Vastly, wildly different art styles. But that just makes me really, really happy. I love that they're doing this. Now, Gecko Moria is, of course, the other Thrillerbark Pirates leader. And it's worth pointing out the Moria does get both a leader and a secret rare as well. And there is an alternate art of the secret rare. So, yeah, again, if you're a fan of Gecko Moria, just like if you're a fan of Perona, this is a set which is treating you very, very, very nicely indeed. And Thrillerbark's got a whole bunch of stuff which is just letting you play characters for free. And the Gecko Moria leader here is absolutely no exception. It's a fan, frankly, of letting you play a bunch of stuff for free. What the leader actually does here is when attacking, Don X1, pay 2, discard a card from your hand, trash the top 2 cards of your deck, but then play a Thrillerbark's Pirates character of a cost of 4 or less from the trash. Yeah, that's pretty good, frankly, ladies and gentlemen. That's pretty gosh darn good. Thrillerbark Pirates looking very, very nice. Oh, and we're going too long on this video as it is, but I do just have to show you quickly. There was a Thrillerbark stage card that was gone and revealed as well, and that was not a proper sentence. And oh my goodness, the Thrillerbark stage is really good. It actually is literally Thrillerbark. It is literally just called Thrillerbark. And I actually posted a translation to this myself on Twitter, and I'm just reading off what I wrote the other day. Activate main, pay 1, rest this stage. If your leader is Thrillerbark Pirates, you may play a cost 2 or lower Thrillerbark Pirates character from your trash rested. Adore this. Think it's absolutely brilliant. I am definitely going to be testing Thrillerbark Pirates when OP-06 comes out. If you see me at a tournament in the OP-06 meta, assume I'm playing Thrillerbark Pirates. And I kind of want to play Bello Betty and I kind of want to play Yamato, but can't turn it down, ladies and gentlemen. Got to be Thrillerbark Pirates. And there is one more thing we need to have a look at here, and it is the alternate art of Sanji. I'm hoping before I post this video, I will be able to show you a better look at this card. Otherwise, apologies for the one on the screen. It's the best we've got. But what we've got from this is, well, it's the alternate art of the Sanji. I showed you the Zoro the other day, and now we've got this. It's kind of cool. Side note, remember, Zoro is the manga rare in the set. As it stands at the moment, Sanji is not a manga rare in the set. That's not to say it's definitely not happening, but it is to say that I would be very surprised at this stage because they probably would have revealed it. Unless they have already revealed it, in which case, here's a picture of manga rare Sanji. But I'm pretty sure they haven't. And yeah, this is, of course, the other secret rare. These are the 2 secret rares, Zoro and Sanji. And what we've got here is on play, reveal the top card of your deck. And if you've got a 9 cost or lower character other than Sanji, just play it. And then put the rest of the cards on the bottom of your deck in any order. So basically, you cannot play a Sanji, a 10 cost, or an event. But pretty much anything else you can. Yeah, 9 cost 9,000 power means having this in play is going to be a bonus for you. Now you're telling me you get to play a character for free as well? Yes. That sounds pretty gosh darn spiffing. Right, there we go. We've got an alternate art Don. We've got some alternate art cards. We've got some alternate art leaders. I think we've done pretty good. But now it's over to you guys. Tell me what you think of OP-06. I've told you what I'm excited about. I want you to tell me what you're excited about. Go nuts in the comment section, but be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at the Wasi. That's where we talk about One Piece and a bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wasi Plays.